I'm Courtney.
And I'm Emily. And this is
Cheers to that. Dink. We're back with our dinks.
We're back. I had the idea because I've been seeing people put, I almost just said pop. I don't know where that came from. Coke.
Okay, Northeastern.
In their wine glasses. And it's like kind of, I think it gives your brain that like feeling like you're classy and drinking, but you're not. I don't know.
My only problem is then all the bubbles kind of go quickly, and I don't like a flat
so
Coke.
I can see my bubbles bubbling.
Yours is bubbling a lot.
Yours
you
is
have
on
Dr.
this side.
Pepper. Mine is Coke Zero.
Maybe it's all the aspartame.
But I had a brilliant marketing idea that we should do. We should do koozies with CTT on them.
Cute.
And then if we ever have our Coke Zeros or whatever, we use our koozies instead of our wine glasses.
Now hear me out. We also get branded wine glasses.
I mean, done.
Brand everything. CTT forever. CTT is love. CTT is life.
Does anyone want to like order those with us? Like we can do like a bulk order?
No, thank you. We're good. We're actually okay. We don't want anything with your logos on it. Go ahead and
what
save
about our
it.
faces? Like instead of our logo on it, we put our faces on it? Do you think people would prefer that?
No.
What if we put our feet on them?
Yes.
Okay.
Now that we would have a market. Our faces, however, probably not. Well, I do have a random question for you that my mom actually inspired me to ask you this question.
And then we'll do our intro.
Oh, oopsies. Sometimes we start episodes with random questions. Sometimes we forget. My mom asked if, when this podcast becomes so wildly successful, they decide to make us into a movie, who would play you? And who would you cast for me? Who would play us?
You would be Anna Kendrick. That's your spirit animal.
But don't you not like Anna Kendrick?
No. I had to revoke that statement one time because I said like she kind of gets on my nerves and certain.
And then you realize that you're best friend.
I realized that I had to appreciate her qualities and I couldn't look at her,
Similar to how you feel about me, question mark?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Anyways,
okay, so Anna Kendrick.
I think Anna Kendrick would be you. Like, because you'll have like very, you're not as like annoyingly bubbly, like she's like, so I think that's why she's just like, airhead.
No, like I hate happiness too. I hate happiness, so that would it be.
You're the Wednesday girl?
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Yeah.
But no, like I feel like you guys do have a good, like both have a good sense of humor and you look similar. So, and she's beautiful. So there's that.
Stop. Thank you. Okay, who would play you?
For me, like I feel like it would probably be like Sofia Vergara or
This bitch gives me Anna Kendrick. No shade. And you pick Sofia Vergara. First of all, you can't even speak Spanish.
Her beautiful accent
sounds nothing like yours.
I was trying to think of a Spanish phrase to say.
But you don't know any.
Te amo. ¿Cómo se llama?
I'm getting embarrassed. Stop. Okay, that's cool.
Who do you think would play me then? Like realistically.
Who
do I look like? Well, who would be my doppelganger? That's a good one.
I mean, she's too young. Like the Jenna Ortega vibes.
I know. She is much younger than me.
Yeah, she's too young.
She's very young too. But like along those lines, right?
I mean, what if we just did younger versions of ourselves and you got Jenna Ortega and I got like Maude Apatow?
Who's that?
She's in Euphoria. Lexi, the sister, kind of nerdier one.
Oh yes, I love her. I like her.
Yeah,
yes, I could see that for you.
We both have big eyes.
Another one I've been. Actually, my aunt said this about me was she had no idea who it was, but it was a meme, and it was Emily Rossum, off of
Emmy Rossum from
Emmy Rossum. Yes,
yeah, from Shameless.
Yes, off of Shameless. Yeah,
like so that's about you.
Similarities. Yes.
See, I feel like she looks more like me because she's pale.
Well, it was like a facial expression meme where she's like doing this, and then my aunt was like, "You literally look just like her."
I feel like you need like a Latin, Eva Longoria, but like 20 years ago.
A little bit of heritage going on. Yeah,
thick hair.
Yes,
and I'll just get the mousy white girls. Thank you.
No, shut up. Those are beautiful women. Don't you speak badly about them.
I would never. Well, now I guess I can introduce our show after that.
No, I love that. Let's just do the introduction from now on after we do our question. Or at the end.
Truly, who cares? At introduction, there are no rules. This is your weekly podcast where we talk about marriage, motherhood, and laugh at everything in between. So usually I would say, so Courtney, I've got to ask. And then I would ask you my question.
Yep. But it's okay.
So it kind of messes up my flow a little bit, but that's okay. Any hoodles, what's going on with you?
Well, lots has been going on with me. I feel like I'm still kind of decompressing. We had a big weekend. But I want to circle back because we haven't started yet. Because that's kind of so we have a topic today, and it's about like birthday parties, like what we recommend, what we've learned from throwing birthday parties, and so
not even
that is my
not even just birthday parties. I think like parties in general.
Oh,
like I want to talk about all the parties.
Okay,
but birthday parties are very top of mind because I threw Tristan a birthday party last weekend. You threw Addie a birthday party this weekend. So we've had a lot going on.
We have had a lot going on, and it started out with us surprising Addie with a room makeover. Yes. I basically felt like I was on that show, Extreme Makeover, Home Edition, with Ty Pennington, and I get to like just surprise, and we went all out with Taylor Swift stuff. So you guys came over, you painted. My cousin Tyler and his wife Bridget were there. They were building a vanity. Matt was doing random things too. I was running back and forth like chicken with my head cut off, like trying, because we had just a couple of hours to completely redo her room.
So Addie like left the house for a little bit, and we just got to work, and it was so fun. And seeing her face was like,
so how we surprised her with it was we put on her favorite Taylor Swift song, which is Ready For It, because it's off of the Reputation album. So that's like blasting in the background, and she walks into her room and then sees it completely redone. So
and just keeps on going like and putting her hands over her mouth, and she was just like, she couldn't even talk because she was so excited.
And if that girl is speechless, then there is something to be said, like because she had no words for anything. She just was in shock.
Excited.
So
and then she kept saying my favorite part, and she told my mom this the next day, I have 2 lamps. I have 2 lamps. They're not Taylor Swift lamps. They're just lamps. But she was like, could not get over the fact that she had 2 lamps now.
What's really funny was that day, so her grandparents took her to a petting zoo, took her and Tucker and then her 2 cousins. And so she got to do petting zoo. She got a room redo, and then we went out to celebrate my father-in-law's birthday because they're a day apart. And she got ice cream at the Mexican restaurant, and then we went to Abbott's, and she got ice cream there. And so at the end of the day, I was asking her, "What was your favorite part of your day today?" And she was like, I got 2 ice creams. I'm like, you mean to tell me we just redid your whole room?
We had 6 adults working on this bedroom.
And so I was like, well, what about your room? She goes, oh yeah, that too. But she was so excited to have 2 ice creams at dinner time. So that's all it takes to make her happy, apparently.
I mean, it does take
sugar.
Very little. And I think like the unrestricted, like, being able to just have the amount of quantity. Like we always joke about that because Addie just wants to like amass quantities of things. Like not necessarily, I don't even know if it's because she wants it. I think she just likes the idea of like having it.
Yep.
So that's
like an entire jar of Nutella. Like she wants... She just wants it because she knows that I have rules surrounding, you can't have 10 ice creams a day. Like you have to have 1. It's all in moderation.
Sure.
So she just can't handle that. And so the fact that she got 2 ice creams just did it in for her.
Meanwhile, my son climbed the pantry and then also forced me to pick him up to show me what he wanted this morning. And that was just sprinkles.
Oh.
Just sprinkles.
Okay. Did he eat them?
Mm-hmm. Oh. He would hold out his sticky little hand, and I would just sprinkle them onto his hand, and he'd lick them off.
I mean,
okay, cool. That was after eating donut holes. So, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I don't know.
I actually do know what I'm doing wrong.
She doesn't need anybody to tell her.
He's fine.
It's a rhetorical question.
Yeah, please don't. I know who I am. I don't give a shit. It was so funny though. I'm like, why is this?
It's so random what they want.
Sprinkles?
Yeah, that is very random. And
whatever.
I know that they're sugary, but it's not like they don't taste good. They don't taste like.
Yeah, I tasted one just out of curiosity, and it was fine.
It's just fine though. But
he like what?
Why?
He kept bringing me to the pantry, and I was like, no more. You cannot just eat handfuls of sprinkles.
He's like. Meh.
Mama. Well, also, if you're watching on YouTube, you may notice that our little backdrop has been upgraded just a little bit. And by upgraded, I mean we added one like $7 sign and moved some books around so it'd be less busy. But it's giving me a whole new lease on life.
Which is what happens anytime you like rearrange something in your house, or if you just like put out one more decoration. Like I
Yes.
found in our TV stand, like some decorations I kind of forgot about, just some regular ones, and I put them up on my mantle. And all of a
Yes.
sudden I was like, oh, the whole vibe has
It changes
changed.
everything. Were you one of those kids that rearranged your room all the
I
time?
was.
Me too.
I
be like,
rearranged. Yes.
This is. There's that meme that's like me in 2005,
Yeah.
making my mom come to my room for the 10th time because I like
Yep.
moved one chair, and you're like, the vibe is different.
Well,
The
it's
feng shui is feng
Yep,
shui.
Yep. It's funny because my mom actually would rearrange our living room. So like I learned that
How
from her, but then
funny.
I do remember cleaning my entire room and then forcing her like, come, you have to
I did
see
the
this.
same thing.
And I was so happy. And
I did
you
the
know
same
what?
thing.
Addie does it now. Like
is
it
that?
starts so young. What is
Someone
that?
explain that.
What personality type is that?
I don't know, but I did the same thing. Whenever I'd like really, really, really clean my room, like everything, like the baseboards, everything, I'd be like, Mom, look what I have done.
Yes. You're so proud of it.
I've made magic.
Yeah, no, literally.
Like I don't.
But I think maybe like that's where like the people pleaser in us started.
Maybe I don't know. Like what were
I don't
we
know.
looking-
I don't know
Were
how
we
to
looking for a reaction because we did work and we knew it's because you make the connection that like this work plus whatever equals like you getting positive attention.
Yeah, and you have pride in yourself too, and you want to share that. I don't know. It is interesting because it's like, is it like a bad thing that like of that like wanting that gratification from someone else? Of
I don't know because I kind of
you
grew out of
cleaned
that
your room.
because I kind of don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when my mom does come over, she's like, "Wow, the house looks great." I'm like, "Oh my god, thank you so much."
My gratification now is definitely for myself. Like I clean my house because I want to make myself
because it makes
happy.
me feel so much better. Yeah, no,
I don't know though what
sure.
because for Addie for it to start so young.
I'll dive into this with Wendy.
Please, thank you.
Wendy's my therapist.
Trickle down therapy.
Yeah, Wendy. Hello, we have a question.
Yes, and she's going to be like, so this is a sign that your best friend also needs to come to
She's
therapy.
gonna be like, is the we in your head? Because we need to talk about the multiple personalities.
Is this a personality disorder? You're like, no, I just have my best friend on speed dial right now.
I find out this whole time that you actually don't exist, and I've just been recording and talking to myself.
Connor's just been playing into your charades the whole time.
Yeah, Courtney's coming over. And it's no one. Oh my god. I watched too many scary movies
Or just like
that
a
when I was
stuffed
kid.
version of me. Like a stuffed pillow.
You said no to doing a podcast with me like 5 months ago, and I was like, okay. So I got a weird blow up doll and just talked to myself.
We're in a different matrix.
Ooh.
You've had way too much caffeine today.
I have. These are the thoughts that go through my brain. It's really, I've had 2 cups of coffee, and when I say cups, I mean like, so if I apologize if I'm talking fast, I mean like 2 12-ouncers.
Here's
and
the
now
thing.
a Dr. Pepper. So
Without caffeine, our brains are concerning places. With caffeine, it's
more concerning question mark?
more concerning.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because I get very jittery and I'm like,
I'm very hungry right now, and I regret not eating before we started doing this. But it's fine. Nevertheless, we will persist. I'm making Courtney chicken fried steak tonight.
I already told Matt. I'm so excited.
I'm making it for my parents are coming over too. Because like if you're gonna do chicken fried steak, it just has to be a gathering.
Well, it needs to be because I mean, how much harder is it to cook? Like, it's already a process, so you might as well cook 10 versus 2, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And like, I don't do it that often because it is more work, but it's so worth it.
You know what? If I had to like, if I had to rate your meals you've cooked for me, like, I would rate that definitely probably at the top because it's like the home cooked meal. Like that's something my grandma
like Southern,
would cook.
yeah.
Yes. And like
well,
the mashed potatoes and corn.
My grandma has such good like that more down home style like cooking, I feel like, and my mom and I both learned how to cook chicken fried steak from her.
Yeah.
And same thing with mashed potatoes, which I am also making mashed potatoes,
Yes.
which is a fan favorite around here.
We do love some mashed taters.
No one in my immediate family, such as my husband or my son, will probably eat anything that I cook today.
So you have to invite
That's
us
why I
over.
invite people over because I enjoy cooking, but they don't want to eat anything I make. So it's really just a gosh darn struggle. Can you also, where would you rate my soup that I made you last week?
Oh my God. Well, it's different categories because your soup was like, that's number 1 too. But then like your salsa chicken, I love, but that's more like a healthier meal. So like in my mind, like home cooked, like down Southern, like whatever meals, it would be your chicken fried steak. And then that soup you made was like, I'm still thinking about it.
I got the stuff to make it again. I'll share it with you.
I'm still thinking about it. It was gnocchi and sun-dried tomatoes.
Yeah, it was like so if you've ever heard of like the Marry Me Chicken recipe, which is basically just like basil, sun-dried tomatoes, cream, chicken. whatever. There's a little bit more to it, but not much. This is like a Marry Me chicken soup. And so it was celery, onions, carrots, tomato paste, chicken broth, chicken obviously, gnocchi, spinach. I got basil to put in it this time because I felt like it was missing some basil. It was so good though.
So freaking really good. I actually, us talking about this, I want to put this on like a Christmas list of mine and to have one of the pots that you have, like the La Crust.
My Dutch oven.
Yeah, your Dutch oven.
I don't have the Le Creuset Dutch oven because those things are like $400. But I mean, mine, I think my grandma got that for me for Christmas because I had told her I wanted one year, like years ago, maybe when we lived in the RV. And I've moved that thing with me because those things are not like, cheap, even if they're not like the super expensive ones, but they're so good for everything and they can go in the oven too.
Yes, that's what I want.
I can make short ribs in them. I've done like short ribs where I make them in the oven.
I've needed something because I made braised short ribs before and I didn't have all the right stuff and I put it in like a skillet, but I needed that. I needed the Dutch oven.
Harder when you have to like transfer things. I'm very big on a one pot situation.
Oh, if I'm on Pinterest and I'm looking up meals for the week and it says one pan or one pot,
I want to minimize the amount of dishes I have to do so aggressively. That is my biggest complaint with mashed potatoes is that I have to, you know, I guess it's only two things now that I'm saying it. My mixer and my pot. Because I have like my standing mixer because I don't want it to scrape in my pot. I don't know.
I feel like you should come up with an invention for that. That would be genius.
Probably just I think hand mixer. Hand mixer probably do it.
Something that's been around for 100 years.
I don't have a hand mixer though. I only have my big stand mixer. Which I love, but it's just one more thing.
I know. That's my thing is I want to collect kitchen items, but it's always just one more thing, and then I end up getting rid of it.
You know, I'm a gadgets girl, and I feel like I have all the gadgets, but when I use them, they are so handy. And whenever I use them, and like y'all are here, you or my mom are here, and y'all see me using them when I'm cooking, you're like, oh my God, that's amazing. And it's like, yes. Or it is a ricer for the potatoes, so they get mashed and they get a good texture. It's a garlic press. It's a juicer.
Or the oh gosh, the thing where it's like you on a lemon. Oh, a zester. I bought it. There's an app. I bought a zester. And like I love that thing. I use it.
Zester.
It's like little. It's little. It was like $5. Yeah. And then I bought a it's like when you go to get a pedicure and it's like the cheese grater they use, but like I'm using it in the kitchen.
I don't like that you said those things next to each other.
But like that was so handy. I'm like, I didn't have one of those.
No, and like
it's
that
crazy.
doesn't require that much space. I will say I do want to go through and clean out my kitchen because my kitchen has so much storage, which I'm very grateful for.
But that means it gets jumbled up.
I have amassed a lot of shit. And like I need to get rid of like the random Yetis that are peeling and like
do you know what?
Random china. Why do I have this?
Yeah, well, I told you that on Matt and I's like anniversary morning, that's what we did together, and it was actually really fun. Like it was because it was something we did together, and it was going through our kitchen, and we got rid of like just kids' cups that are worn out, and it like our kitchen feels 1,000% better. And then I was able to see like what do I actually have? Okay, and now what do I need? So that's how I got my little gadgets.
I keep telling myself like if I just do it one area at a time, like let's say I do like how it opens up opposite of each other, like basically 2 cabinets and 2 drawers. If I just do it in spurts, knowing myself, I'll probably want to do it all at once. But if I set that goal for myself and just do it over time,
it feels more manageable.
It does. It's like it's not going to take a whole day. But even if I did set one day aside, I just feel so much happier when things, bless you, when things are cleaned out and tidy and orderly. And my kitchen is not right now, and it is a little stressful. But my dining room,
that's your next project, and guess what? It doesn't have to cost any money.
Boom! You're welcome, Connor.
You're saving y'all money.
Because he's like, please stop spending money on home decor. I'm like, I can't and I won't.
I know. I really want a new rug for our living room now because now that we've hosted the party. No, I do too. I would order it again. Yeah. Like that's the thing. I love it so much. I would order it again. It's to the point. There's no saving it. Like it's just, chocolate milk. And like I've gotten the stains out, but I can just tell it's dirty.
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe.
Its aura is negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I need to reorder.
You don't have to tell me, girl.
Did you order your rug?
I did not.
And I didn't order the TV.
I know. My mom was laughing at us because she was like, when Connor hears that Courtney was encouraging you to buy something, he's going to be like, you're grounded. She can't come over.
It's fun because you're more willing to spend the money. So I'm like, oh, yeah, you should definitely get that.
I need such little motivation to do it. I'm like, oh, well, Courtney said, so I'm just going to go ahead and.
All you need is one person to like
and I've got Connor who's like, no. But I'm like, well, one person said I should, and so therefore.
Yep.
I It's a necessity at this point. Yeah, no, I think I need to focus on organization before I buy anything else.
Do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. My favorite thing is that Grace and I will text each other because she is a very good budgeter, but we'll text each other and one of us will be like, we made a mistake. We made a big purchase or something like that wasn't planned. And so she'll just text me randomly
That's
like,
so funny.
I bought a fake Louis Vuitton purse. Oh no. It
was too
A
good.
week later, she goes, oh no, I bought the matching wallet for it.
I love that.
Sometimes things just happen and you just got to go, oh,
That's I did it again. That's me a lot of the time. I don't have anyone that I'm like, oh no, I did this. It's like I go shopping with you and your total is half of mine usually, and it's like, and you're shopping like with Addie, who's like, can I get this? Can I get this? And I'm like, I'll buy it, Addie. I love it. Like, let's do it. And then I'm like, do I need one pair of shoes or two pairs of shoes? I'm just gonna go ahead and get both.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get all four. Like I am
literally. Target got you good the last time, but they were cute. So
Everything always
it was
gets me
worth it.
good.
So
yeah, I'm stepping into. I've decided my aesthetic that I'm gonna make a TikTok about it later. Because
now that you're viral.
now that I'm a viral sensation, but I think that my aesthetic for the fall is gonna be wealthy stepmom.
I like that. Is it like business casual kind of? Like what you're going on right now, like the sweater?
And like yesterday, like I wore a button up and flats to
You look
Addie's
so
party.
cute.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I felt so good.
Yes,
Because usually
I
I
loved
look
it.
like a slob and a half.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
Well, it's hard too because we
that was
work from home.
You agreed so quickly to that. Yeah,
Well-
I usually look like a slob and a half.
No.
I was fishing for compliments.
No, you don't look like a slob. I never look like a slob. The thing is, both of us, like we work from home now, so we have
Oh, yeah.
no reason to
And I
dress
don't
up.
believe in waking up early.
I wear my athletic shorts. I don't put on makeup anymore because I have my cute little like frames that I have, my blue light blocking glasses.
Same.
And like I don't have to put on makeup. And so I do. And so when I do get dressed up, I feel
I know.
good. I feel good
Yesterday
about
I was
myself.
like, oh my God, I am not
Yeah.
a troll.
It reminds you of who you are at your core.
Yeah, not ugly.
Yeah. On the outside, you might look like a troll. But
I've
on
been
the
looking like
inside,
an irrelevant ugly
you are
these days.
Princess Diana.
I am. But yeah, so wealthy stepmom is the vibe. And
Okay,
when I'm
I
thinking
like it,
that,
I
I'm
like
thinking,
it.
I'm like channeling.
Can you just be
Um,
wealthy mom? Like, why is it stepmom?
It just gives it. Think of the Parent Trap.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Stepmom girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
got
saying?
you. I got
Her vibe's
you.
different.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
if you say wealthy mom, you're thinking like, okay, a minivan, you know?
I'm thinking I don't know how to explain it.
Wealthy-
Like Jackie Kennedy is like wealthy mom
yes,
more
like Nantucket.
like very classy, but like it gives older. Wealthy stepmom gives like the younger.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I do know what
It's
you
a
mean,
different
but I'm
vibe.
thinking like if I were to pick a vibe, like I would be wealthy mom. Like that's just my personality versus like wealthy stepmom, you know?
Maybe.
yin-
I
yin
think
and
wealthy
yang.
stepmom feels more sexy.
Yeah. I really liked Coastal Grandma whenever that came in. Like that was just me and
Yeah,
my core.
coastal grandma,
Grandma.
plus sex appeal equals wealthy
Mhm.
stepmom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's my math, and I'm sticking to it.
No, I love it.
And, like,
I need more categories. Though.
I'm
I
not
need to
a
explore
stepmom.
these.
And I won't be. So this is just
Yeah.
like
it's just a facade.
it's just a vibe I'm emulating.
Yes.
It's Meredith Tate. Isn't that her name? No, that's the one I went to high school with.
off of Parent Trap.
Parent Trap. What's her name?
I don't know. I haven't seen that thing in so long.
I was thinking we
know.
need to make Addie watch that. That's such a good movie.
Yeah, she would like
Then
that.
she's gonna think
she
she's got a
loves.
long-lost
She
sister.
just watched Sandlot for the first time,
Aw.
and she
I hate Sandlot.
like really.
hate it.
Are you not American? Like
No.
what happened?
Sandlot, Little Rascals. Hate.
Not the little rascals.
Hate.
I got a pickle. I got a pickle. I got a pickle. Hey, 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 hey.
I don't like it. I don't like that time period of movies.
Did you watch them as a kid? What were you watching at that age?
I don't know. My eyelids. I'm not really sure.
You're like documentaries, like about presidents.
I did when I was like probably in 5th grade. My dad and I would watch documentaries about 9/11 a lot.
Yeah. We would
And murders.
go to the library and rent VHS tapes and watch documentaries about like Indians and stuff. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. That
Mhm.
was our vibe. So
I support it. I really
Um,
don't. I mean, I watch more cartoons. I'm more like Fielding. Like I watched Aladdin 300 times.
yeah, I like the real movies because it made me feel like an adult, even though
Mm.
it was still a little kid show.
Unless it was like a true adult movie like Scream, which I
Oh.
vividly remember watching it for.
Are you okay?
No, not even a little bit. What was a silly question?
Wait, I do have a theory. Did you watch It as a kid?
No.
Okay, me either. Are you scared of clowns?
I mean, I
I
don't.
mean, they're creepy, but like you're not deathly
no,
scared.
Like
Any person I have talked to that is deathly scared of clowns, like
Saw It when
cannot
they
be
were a
around
kid?
them, saw It as a kid. So
I think if
I'm telling you, there needs to be a study done about
I'm going to say something controversial here.
Okay, what?
If you're still scared of things like clowns and like mascot costumes when you're an adult, grow up.
I agree.
Grow up.
But you have to think about where does that stem from.
But that's
and
like
it's because they all watched it.
No, I think it stems from like wanting attention.
I mean,
I think it's like
you're pinpointing certain people in your head.
I am, but I'm thinking it's like a very like pick me energy. Like I'm so scared. I'm like clowns are my biggest fear is what I'm thinking of like high school girls. And then I think like as you get older, it's like not cool to be scared of things. Like I have a true phobia of roaches and spiders.
What
and
if they have a phobia of clowns?
No. Grow up.
Do you know, one time at my college that I went to, they had
someone was killed by a clown?
No, but someone dressed up as a creepy clown and was just walking around campus, and they banned him. Like I don't know from the whole campus, but
they
got
banned him from Oklahoma.
Something. Yeah, they banned him from Oklahoma and kicked him into Texas. So
we had a big epidemic. When was that? Like right before COVID.
It was weird.
I think, where people were being scary clowns. Remember that?
Yeah.
Was that during COVID? Was that time? No, I really don't know anymore.
Mine would have been like 2017. No, not 2017.
You were not in
I did not.
2017,
I didn't do the math. I did the math backwards.
2013,
2014. I did the math backwards.
It's Courtney math.
Ding, ding, ding.
We need to do a compilation of all the times I have to sing that.
Or can I just have my own jingle?
Yeah. Dad, if you're listening, because my dad like loves making jingles, please make a jingle with me doing
Courtney math.
Ding. Yeah, it's got to have like a light bulb sound at the end, but it really needs to be the light bulb extinguishing. It's the opposite of an idea.
Oh, speaking of Courtney math, come to find out, the iPhone measuring app. Do you know how we went to put up the curtain rod in Adeline's room and it was not accurate? It's because it's the iPhone measuring app is messed up. Matt said he never uses it because it does not.
In my life.
That's all I was using to measure my curtains. And guess what? That was wrong. No, because I've ordered. I know what you're thinking. I've ordered other curtains and everything was fine because I did a measuring tape. And then the ones that I ordered for my dining room, too short.
No, so this is what I was going to ask is why didn't you just get the measuring tape out?
Because I had my phone, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool! Like I can
technology.
Just do this."
What are you, iRobot?
No,
like,
don't trust it.
So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And tape measure's tried and true.
I learned the hard way because now I have to go make returns, which is the worst thing ever.
I've never used the measuring thing, but I have used the level.
Did that work? Okay.
I mean, but leveling's easier than measuring.
Yeah, the measuring was so off though. Isn't that wild?
I don't know, but also it's a really hard because like you have no concept of inches.
I mean,
and so
like to a certain point, but
like you can't look at a space and be like, oh, that's probably 5 feet.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like that's the length of my forearm.
Yes, that is 3 forearms.
That's 3 fingers, or I don't know. That's a dog wide. I don't know.
A dog wide. Title of today's episode. That's a dog wide. Goodbye. Literally.
Well, let's talk about reading, watching, listening.
Amen, sister.
I just watched a scary movie last night. It's a brand new one on Netflix called The Deliverance.
Oh, you were telling me about it a little bit.
I did pull out my party trick, and I fell asleep in the middle of it, and then I woke up with about 10 minutes left. Literally every movie.
Every time.
My sister-in-law was laughing so hard whenever I told her what I did. It's like, yeah, like I missed the middle part, but the beginning and end was
the
great.
part where everything happens.
And then I had to ask this morning, like, what happened to the grandma, and everyone had to tell me.
Spoiler alert: something happens to the grandma in The Deliverance. God damn it, Courtney.
Really good movie. It's based on true events, and anytime something's based on true events, I always Google afterwards. And it seemed to be pretty accurate. And there's actually a documentary on Amazon Prime about this house that is haunted. And so they did a documentary in 2014 about the haunted house, and then in 2016 they knocked it down. So tell me if that's not suspicious.
I see.
That means that like it was for
really
real haunted. Yeah.
Yucky.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the documentary.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you were gonna watch the movie. I'm like, you're telling us about
No.
She's gonna watch the middle part of the movie.
The movie, but like, you know, if you're not into like possessions and stuff, like my sister-in-law, she's like, I can't watch things like that. It really scares me, and so she didn't watch it. Matt, he went ahead and watched it, but he normally like if it has like an upside down cross in it, he's out. Like, nope.
Oh, speaking of phobias, I was gonna bring up some people are scared of clowns. Your husband is so scared of werewolves because he watched a werewolf
He
movie when he
is.
was a kid, and it is one of my favorite things.
He is so scared
about
of
him.
werewolves, and when we lived in Ohio in the middle of the woods, I was so tempted. I was literally this close. I had it in my cart,
He
and
would've
I should have
shot
just
you.
ordered it. It was a werewolf mask, and because we lived in the woods in like this log cabin, I was going to walk outside of our window and just wear the werewolf mask, and I still have regrets that I didn't do that.
I don't, because I think you would have gotten actually murdered. And then how do you explain that? Like, your obituary's like, she fucked around too hard and she found out. Like, she was trying to scare the shit out of her husband and he shot and killed her.
because he thought she was a werewolf.
What a sad way to go.
That would be sad, but like, what a great story.
I mean,
Do it for the plot.
I'd rather you didn't, because I enjoy you being alive.
Thank you. Thanks.
But it would have been funny.
yeah.
So
So
if I had known that like there was no way for Matt to kill you,
you
then
would have
I
said
would
yes.
I would have said yes. But
I
like
appreciate that.
the risk is too great.
The
too
risk
great.
to reward ratio
It's very low.
it's not mathing.
Disproportionate. God. Okay, so you did that. You're reading Crown
The one
of
after Throne of Glass.
Midnight?
Yeah, Crown of Midnight. It's so good. It's so good. We talked about it last week. I haven't made that much more progress.
That's okay.
I've been a busy girl this week.
Yeah, well, you're like doing birthday things.
Yeah, and I'm still listening to the Murder in America podcast. Like that's
I didn't know you
my
were listening to that.
Oh, maybe
think
I
we
didn't
talked
mention
about
it
it.
last time. Well, it's the same people who did the episode over the serial killer in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, yes,
then
yes.
they also did an episode over Abraham Lincoln, and it was really interesting. I think you would like it. It's a lot of history with it about his assassination, and then what happened too with there was another guy that was like with him during that time,
Mhm.
and he was completely traumatized for the rest of his life, and it ended up like basically killing him. So the podcast is just so good because it's like something to me. It's like the way they're talking is relaxing, and I know it's like
Yeah.
intense stuff, but like I can go on a walk and I can
But it's
listen to this.
intriguing, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it keeps my interest, just like we do whenever people are driving and commuting, and we're on their radio.
Yes, we're all 12 of you. I'm just kidding. There's more than that. No, for sure. Like I enjoy listening to podcasts all the time. That's what I do when I'm
Yeah.
getting ready and living life.
Yes.
While I started watching the show called The Perfect Couple with Nicole Kidman. Did you watch it?
No, but a couple of my coworkers have watched it, and they said it
Nicole
was good.
Kidman, Liev Schreiber, Dakota Fanning's in it, Megan Fahey, who I love. She was on The Bold Type, which was a show we watched a long time
Yes,
ago.
yes.
It's okay.
Aw,
It's okay. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm
it's
kind
a
of
big
easy.
cast though.
It is a big cast, but you remember that show 9 Perfect Strangers on Hulu?
Yeah,
That was a huge cast. Kind of
yes.
similar thing. Like
Yeah.
you want it to be really cool because they've got all these big names. I mean, 9 Perfect
Mhm.
Strangers, Melissa McCarthy, Michael Shannon,
Yeah,
Nicole Kidman again.
that
It
one was wild.
That one was wild, but
wild with the cast,
it like wasn't
versus how good it was. It was just
It was
okay.
fine. It was fine.
kind of
So-
forgot about it. You know.
Exactly.
It's a
So it's
forgettable one.
not a Big Little Lies situation because like Big Little Lies
Mm-hmm.
has a place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine. It's good. It's in Nantucket. Love the vibes.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Okay.
And I'm watching Grey's Anatomy still. My mom, you have to talk to my mom later about Your Honor because she is like screaming at me that I haven't started it yet. And I'm like, talk to Courtney. Like,
She
talk to
texted me.
Okay, good. I'm
She
like, talk to your
texted me.
other daughter because I simply like I said I'm a surgeon. Like, I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. I'm in medical school. I'm in my second year of my residency.
I don't have time to also.
No, like I can't go to law school and be an attorney and be a judge
Yeah.
too. Like it's just too much on my
I'm
plate.
not Kim Kardashian.
I'm just a girl. I'm barely a teacher and a hairdresser. Like it's equal.
You're asking too much of me.
Yeah, like I can only do blue collar jobs.
Mm.
You're asking me to elevate myself and I'm not willing. I
Not
like it
there.
down here in the slums.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, y'all have to discuss that later. But
I love that. I love that we inspired her to watch it.
I know,
So that's great.
I know. Yeah. I do need to watch it, but I'm just so busy on Grey's Anatomy right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So devoted. Other than that, I started listening to Chapel Roan.
Oh, yeah.
Such a Gen Z girl.
You are. You're a Bratz girl. Bratz girl?
Brat Summer.
Oh.
I started listening to Chapel Roan and Sabrina Carpenter, so I am now Gen Z. I will be claiming it. I'm a zillennial.
I have been listening. I listened to Sabrina Carpenter's new album, and it's funny because like you hear all of these songs on like through TikTok, and like they're catchy, right? But I didn't know if she come after me. I don't care, people. Like I didn't know if she had real talent. It was hard for me because hear me out. Like, you compare her to like Olivia Rodrigo, who I feel like is kind of on a downhill slide right now.
agree.
She's not as big, but like her talent, her voice is amazing. And like, as much as I really don't like Ariana Grande, like, but her voice, like they have the talent, right?
Yeah.
And so with Sabrina Carpenter, she's this cute little blonde-headed girl, like just adorable, looks like a little doll. And so you're like, do you have the talent? And I was listening to her songs, and she does.
Her voice is insane.
She's actually
Did you see
really
her perform
good
on the VMAs?
No, I didn't watch it.
Well, you know the lore between Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter.
I only know it between Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift. What's the lore between her and Sabrina Carpenter?
This is one of the reasons that being friends with Courtney is so rewarding, because you don't keep up with like the random drama, and I get to break it to you, and it's just it's a gift, really.
No.
So the song Driver's License, and Deja Vu, those were written about Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, she was the boyfriend's or ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend with Sabrina Carpenter?
Yes, because they were all Disney kids together.
Really? They're the same age?
I thought
Sabrina's
Olivia, a little older.
Okay, I was gonna say Olivia seems like she's younger.
And then Sabrina Carpenter released a song that was called "All Because I Liked a Boy," and it's all about.
I know that song.
That's about Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh my God!
And the song "Taste," that's like her bigger song right now, is about Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. Because they were been together for a long time, and then they split up, and she got with Shawn Mendes, and then he went back to her.
So basically, Olivia Rodrigo likes to like rock the boat with some drama with her songs. Like, she'll call you out.
And that's the big thing with the VMAs. She sang part of Taste, and everyone was like, holy shit, she sang that song. And Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes are in the audience.
What's your take on that? Do you have respect for Olivia Rodrigo for doing that? Or is it like,
which one? Sabrina?
No. For Olivia Rodrigo to like sing Taste, like kind of for her to be doing.
Sabrina Carpenter sings Taste.
Oh, Sabrina Carpenter wrote Taste about Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. Well, whatever. Oh, okay. I had it backwards. Because, so do you have respect for Olivia Rodrigo, who wrote Driver's License, all of that, calling someone out for just dating someone of her ex?
It goes both ways. I feel like now, like in hindsight, and like Driver's License, great song to jam to, right? Like beautiful. Deja Vu, beautiful. But I think she like was trying to kind of like go after Sabrina Carpenter in a very victim-y way. And I don't really have a lot of respect for like.
Do you think it backfired on her?
I think it didn't at first, and I think it is now.
Yeah.
Because I think Olivia Rodrigo is going down on Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, it is Sabrina Summer. And Sabrina, she sings the songs, but like hers are in response or like after. Like, she is not trying to be the victim ever. It's more like the Taste stuff is like, okay, I heard you're back together. Like, been there, done that. I'm good. Ooh, you know what I mean? Like, she does not give a shit. Like the whole chorus is
so
like,
Sabrina dated Shawn Mendes. That's wild. I did not know that, because Shawn Mendes and Cabello, they're just like, they're an annoying couple. I do not like their coupley stuff.
I agree. But her chorus is literally like, I heard you're back together, and if that's true, you'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you.
Oh, I know this. Okay, that's the song you're talking about. Yes. That was on her new album.
About them.
Oh, damn. And she sang that at the VMAs. That's wild. Hey, guys, we're a pop culture podcast right now.
No, I have more respect for Sabrina than I do for
her songs.
Olivia.
Were definitely catchy. I did have to listen to the album. It's a short album, so it was fine. But I had to listen to it.
35,000 songs.
Yeah, I had to listen to it twice to like respect it, which I just had to do with Zach Bryan too. Like, because I'm really trying to like envelop. I want to know, like, why did you write these songs? Why you created and formed this album for a reason? Why is that? And so it took me some time to like really feel the vibes from her, but I get it now. I respect it. I like
it. Sharpest Tool also.
I liked Bedkim, which you said was your my least favorite, but it's so catchy to me. I like it.
I don't know why I don't like that one. I can't really explain it, but that one's about Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
I don't know who Sharpest Tool is, but it's so funny because she's basically like calling this guy so stupid, and it's like she says something along the lines of like, you're doing this for this guy who doesn't know the difference between there, and there.
Oh, shit.
Like, she literally sings that, and it's like, damn. Like, I respect that part of her.
I love it.
She does not give a shit.
Yeah.
And I like that.
I like that she's just blatantly calling them out. Yeah. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. And, like, has the balls and is like, bye.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Okay. All right. Well.
So that's my recap on my life. I'm obviously also still listening to TTPD because
it never ends.
Here we are. But yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on there. So, are you ready to get to our topic? How long have we been talking?
I have no idea.
37 years?
Let's check real quick, and then we can cut.
40.
40?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, yeah. 40 minutes. 40 minutes has nothing on us.
Hair and lip gloss.
Okay, so our topic today, we want to talk about like party do's and don'ts. And I feel like I've learned a lot from trying to host parties because we have a very large family and they all have to travel out of state. They're traveling 6 hours at least, or 6 hours, most of them, to come spend the weekend with us to celebrate a birthday party. And so I feel like I've learned a lot, but I want to kind of hear what you have to say about your party, like what your take of, like, are you talking about birthday parties, regular parties?
Well, with Tristan's birthday party, that was like kind of impromptu and it wasn't huge. So like that was really low maintenance. Obviously, one thing I love about a party is that it puts a fire under you to like clean things. Like I cleaned my windows by hand. Like
I was pressure washing my front door.
Nothing makes you get motivated like hosting a party. So love that. Because you had Addie's party, I'm like already formulating Fielding's party, which isn't till the end of January, but I was like, I like that you're doing kind of separate things for, which, sorry, not to spoil your plan, but like separate things for like friends versus family. And because same thing, we've got huge families. Like both of our parents are divorced, so that's 8 parents total. We both have a ton of siblings. It's 7 siblings total. That's not including significant others. So our Fielding's first and second birthday parties got over to over 60 people in the blink of an eye. Like all of a sudden we have 60 people invited. And like my house is fine for that, but it's a lot.
It's a lot to host.
It is a lot. So I don't know. I think paring down the guest list a little bit, which is hard.
It is hard.
But I think maybe doing that because you know, I feel like people feel so pressured to come to a party because they get invited, and more it needs to be like the people that I see frequently I need to invite because like the people that I don't see as often, I'm thinking of like Brandon and Claire, like they always make a point to come out, but like I should just make a point to like have dinner with them more frequently because we would have more quality time. You know what I mean? Like I hate that that's my experience that I get with them like once a year.
I have so much to say about this. Yes.
Is like during this time where it's so crazy and I would just like want to hang out with them and talk to them. But I've also got like other people that they're just like the first ones that come to mind. And I'm like, I just like want to have dinner with just you. Like, and in this moment, like if this is going to be the time we see each other, like once every 6 months or whatever, like I don't want to waste it, I guess. So like more just the like day in and day out people for a party. And then the other stuff, like, because Fielding doesn't know what's going on either. So
yeah.
So yeah, what's your take on that?
Sorry, I just got so excited because I have been literally thinking about this. First of all, I even told like Matt's cousin, they live over in Katy and they're about an hour away and Katy just seems really far from us. But we see them maybe like 2 to 3 times a year. Like they always make it a point to come out to like the kids' birthday parties and stuff. But like I told them when they were leaving yesterday, I'm like, I want to make, because we just went to a brewery with them, but I want to like make it a point to like see them more. And then like Grace, whenever I sent her the invitation, which when I send an invite to a birthday party, it's like never an expectation because I know it's 6 hours to come. And she had asked me, you know, can I come a different weekend so I get that quality time in? I was like, oh, duh. Like that's totally fine because she knows that it's going to be crazy. And
you're less stressed and she can stay like with you because like you have so much.
She would have had to get a hotel room. And so I totally agree, like wanting that quality time and like there is no expectation for like who comes to a birthday party, but I will say separating it is making it a little bit more work, but it's less stressful. So what I did this year for Addie, I feel like, I don't know, I'm going to have to experiment around with it because before I've had her birthday parties with family and like her daycare friends and it's just too much. It's too stressful for me. Well, I stress out about because I'm trying to like, you know, talk to these parents that like I don't really know.
And the dynamic's so different. Like you've got your like customer service nice voice with like these people you don't know that well, and then you've got your family who's like seen you in diapers. So it's like
exactly. So what I did this year was like we did close family and friends for her birthday party, and then next weekend our plan is it's just at her gymnastics, like just her daycare friends, and it's like an hour and a half. They take care of everything. We eat cake and then we go home. It's not a big deal.
They're going to freaking love it.
Yes,
they're going to love it.
Don't feel stressed at all. And even yesterday, I was stressed leading up to the party because that's just going to happen no matter what. But during the party, I feel like I got to visit with everybody. I had a good time. I wasn't like feeling like I needed to cater to anyone because everyone they're people that I'm comfortable with. Like those are our chosen people.
Sure.
And even the ones that couldn't make it, like Lauren and Grace, like,
Yeah.
or like Amy sent Addie birthday money. Like I
Sure,
know that
sure.
they had their reason and that's totally fine, but it was sweet. Like everyone singing her happy birthday yesterday. I almost got teary eyed because it was so loud in there. And I was like, these are like, she's just surrounded by so much love. People who are willing to drive 6 hours, stay a week and cramped up. My cousin and Bridget, they stayed on the like our couch. So it's a modular couch, so it can, you know, form into a bed. But it's just funny. We had like Carly and Tanner on an air mattress. Everyone is. Matt's brother had to get a hotel room because I was like, we literally have no more space. And I don't know. It's just, I think, like when you have big families, if you can separate it, and especially when Fielding gets older and he does have more like daycare friends, like I would honestly ride that out until as long as you can. No, that's
what I was going to say.
I started it way too early with
I
Addie.
think this is going to be probably our last year to get away with no daycare friend party.
I agree.
I think at 4 he'll want to do something like that. But now he doesn't really care. I'm really struggling with what to do for him this year. We'll see. I don't know. And I don't have to figure that out right now. I don't know why I'm putting it in my head. We'll have Tucker's birthday first. But in my brain, I've already started kind of thinking like, oh my God, what does he want to do? Because he kind of gets overwhelmed with big crowds of people. Yeah. It's just hard to know with that guy. Yeah. I don't know what goes on in that head. Yeah. That big old head.
I definitely think 4, I wish I would have waited. I started inviting Addie's daycare friends because I didn't know. Yeah. When she was, 2. And now I'm like, oh my God, like I'm going to ride that out as long as I can with Tucker. And so like probably 4, I would say is a good age to start inviting friends. But then just doing something separate. And even if he has like, invites like 3 friends, take them to Chick-fil-A. Literally. And they do a play date there. Like, oh my God. Just something so easy, you know?
Speaking of Chick-fil-A, the Chick-fil-A by us has like a play place in it. And I went to the other Chick-fil-A that's like by the Beltway, and their play place is like way smaller. So I, went in there with Fielding, but I didn't have to like climb up in it or anything crazy, whatever. He was fine, like living his life. The Chick-fil-A closest to us.
I hate that one.
Have you ever been into the play area?
No, I don't think so actually.
It's a maze, and it is 2 stories tall.
Yeah, I didn't know how you're having to crawl up and chase
it's like
him.
You know those weird steps where it's like a triangle step things, and they like alternate.
Yep.
Fielding could barely get up it. Yeah. And then once he got up there, he like couldn't get back down.
Yeah.
So I had to climb into this kids' equipment yesterday. Like it was. And then I started getting panicky, which like I didn't realize that about myself, but I guess I'm kind of claustrophobic. I felt like I was gonna freak out, and I like couldn't inch my way down. I had to go down the slide. I was like, oh my God.
That is not a great time.
No, it was so bad. And then he was like freaking out because he didn't want to leave. Yeah. Then I had to ask these older girls that were, I say older, they're like 8. And I was like, hey guys, can you help him? Like get down a little bit. But they like,
they're doing their own thing.
They're the 8-year-olds. Like, but and they don't know like how much they can like push him or whatever. And Fielding's like, who the hell are you?
Yes.
And so in summary, won't be doing that again.
Yeah.
I did not realize how tall it was. No, because I thought it was just like, one story of play stuff. No, it literally goes like, it's 2 stories tall.
No, that's wild.
It's insane.
For his age, no. Too much.
Not the move. Anyways, not to derail you, but
well, okay, let me talk about something too from the party I feel like really worked because food is really hard to figure out. And number one, like hosting so many people at the house. Like I went and bought just for lunch, I bought like just a bunch of sandwich stuff, but like kind of gourmet, right? Like the bakery bread from our grocery store, blah, blah, blah. And like that worked out perfect. And then for the party, we did like a little charcuterie board, so like little finger foods, but I didn't go overboard. It was like 2 charcuterie boards.
Pound a charcuterie board.
Yeah. And then we just ordered pizza from like our local Italian restaurant. And there was like just enough. I mean, we could have definitely ordered more. We just didn't know how much to order. But for feeding all of those people, I mean, we had a big turnout and we spent $100 on pizza.
Nice.
So,
my pro tip on pizza is Little Caesars because we did that for one of Fielding's parties, and I think we got 15 pizzas, and I think it was $75.
That's crazy.
And it was
it's $5 a piece.
Yeah, and I ended up having to throw away a lot of pizza, but it was so nice and so affordable.
Yeah. Like I guess whenever you're planning a birthday party or a party, just keep things simple. Like, and because on one of Addie's, it was her 2nd birthday, and we did like a cow theme, and so we even did barbecue and everything, and it was just too much. It was too much to do, and now I'm like, whatever makes it easier on me, easier on cleanup. We didn't have to have silverware because it's pizza.
Like pizza.
Yeah,
it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. I know. I feel like we always end up getting Chick-fil-A trays, or I go nuts on charcuterie boards, and then I throw away so much cheese and fruit and stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's so wasteful.
It is.
And like, but it's been sitting out all day. I'm not going to save it. It's weird now, in my opinion. My grandma, if she's listening to this, is going to be like, save
We definitely
your
saved
cheese.
our cheese.
Ew.
You don't have to eat it.
I won't.
I'm going to eat it.
You're going to get sick.
No, you're not. From it sitting out.
It's dairy.
Yeah, it's fine. Weigh in,
doctors.
Our favorite thing, Emily and I, we've learned this about ourselves, is we just like to argue over stupid shit, and then neither one of us are willing to give into it, and so it's okay. We're just gonna, but we'll keep arguing it, but like it's fine.
I just accept that like that's your vibe, and I have to check expiration dates on your food. Like that's it.
And I accept that when I come to your house and there's a party, I have to let it go that I see all of this food being thrown away.
You would die. My mother and sister-in-laws throw away food worse than me. I have adopted that from them because they're so like, oh, we're not eating it. Shoop. And it'll be like so much food. And I'm like,
Your mom likes to save food because she'll send it home with us. So I feel very relatable
and
to
then
your
puts
mom.
it in my fridge. And I'm like, bitch, I don't want this. You take it home, mom. Connor and I are always like throwing the leftovers out, and we're like, Nicole's
she's always sending us home with goodie bags. I'm like, sure, I'll take it. Because I love leftovers.
I love leftovers too, but it has to be something, certain things I don't want left over. And like, that's, I don't know. I really can't explain it. Some things just feel like gross to me, like chicken breast heated up again.
Yeah.
But like shredded chicken and something, I don't care. Like salsa chicken, I'll eat all week.
Yeah.
But like
just a straight up chicken breast, no. No.
Microwave chicken, goodbye. Yeah. Microwave steak, no thank you. Like, not the move for me. But like, I don't mind. Whatever. You and my grandma are the same person because I went to my grandma's house and she was like, oh, get the whipped cream out because she made a cake. And I was like checking the expiration date because I always check expiration dates anywhere I am. If I do that at your house, don't get offended because I will do it anywhere. And I was like, Grandma, this is 2 years expired. And she's like, it's fine. It's literally fine. Courtney's bitch ass, when you moved down here.
So bad. So bad.
So Courtney had Addie. And she was 5 or 6 months old when they moved to Texas. And this was the week COVID started.
Yeah.
So she
was really scary.
Tweaking, understandably
well, because we just didn't know. Thinking back to COVID times, like there were so many rumors about like everything's going to shut down. Like we thought it was like end of world times for a couple of days. Sure. We just didn't know.
But the fact that this was your response.
I mean, I have no idea why like this was my response.
So Connor flew to Ohio and drove a U-Haul back with Matt. Yeah. Like a big box truck, and Matt drove
that way Addie and I could just fly since it was a 16-hour drive.
Yes. So Courtney packed 3 coolers of food.
I saved them. Well, and I went and bought food from the grocery store and then carried them cross country because I was afraid we'd get to Texas and there wouldn't be food. And then I even prepped a freaking a freaking chicken pot pie. This bitch puts it in a freezer and then puts it in a cooler to thaw over 2 days. It was in a Yeti.
It was in a Yeti with ice. It was not in a freezer. It was half thawed by the time it got to Texas. And we're like, Courtney, who the fuck's gonna eat this chicken pot pie? It's been in a U-Haul.
I put it in y'all's freezer, and I remember trying to eat it up one day. Because I was like, oh, we have chicken pot pie. I'll just cook it. And everyone is like, no, I'm good. I don't want to.
We're gonna get sick. And then also
you carried 16 hours.
And like 16 hours if they drove straight, which they did not. They had to stay in a hotel.
And then we also checked the condiments because I put a bunch of condiments.
Courtney had one cooler, full-size cooler. I'm not talking little ones. A full-size cooler of condiments.
And I look at the condiments.
All expired.
No, but I did that like a year later, and I was like, wait a minute, these are all expired. I traveled all the way from Ohio to Texas. I moved these.
And then you moved out of my house into another house and still got the expired condiments. No, and like, luckily for Courtney, we didn't keep shit in our fridge before we had a kid. I mean, we still aren't like great about stocking our fridge, but like Courtney keeps a full fridge always. It is so funny because we're like, where the hell are we going to put all this? Like there was so much, and they just kept bringing in coolers. I'm like, why is there so much
crying,
stuff?
Laughing? It's so funny because I was just so scared. I didn't know, like, because I had Addie in my thought, didn't eat food.
Yeah.
She was 6 months old, but I was so worried.
Touche. You literally breastfed. What are you talking about?
So worried.
And you weighed like 12 pounds. All you ate was lettuce.
I was so worried that we would like not have access to food. And so I had to travel cross country. I remember buying canned goods from the grocery store in Ohio and then boxing them up and having Matt carry them all the way back.
I will never forget how angry the guys were about the amount of canned goods there were.
Because they were so heavy.
They were so mad.
They were so heavy.
And like, as
Oh
if
my
we don't have
God.
triple the grocery stores in Houston.
So funny. I just didn't know what to expect.
I know.
If it wouldn't have been COVID times, obviously I wouldn't have been that crazy. But, you know, we were all in panic mode. Would I have brought a frozen chicken pot pie?
I
Yes.
can see it.
Would I have went to the grocery store and bought canned goods? No.
Touche, not that part.
Chicken
But
pot pie?
the frozen
Yes.
chicken pot pie is the most out-of-pocket thing you've ever done.
Like, I look back at that, I'm like, wait a minute, why did I think
That was crazy.
a chicken pot pie? Why did I think that's what we needed for survival? Chicken pot pie. Oh my God,
I will
can't.
never let you live that down.
I
I
can't.
will say, never mind. I thought I was telling you new news, but it's new news for the listeners. I bought my sourdough starter kit today.
Yes, you
and
did.
all my equipment because
Yes.
I'm going to start making my own bread. I'm going to lean in heavily to these health
like
changes
it.
because gut health, I've been studying it a little bit,
Mhm.
is so important to your overall body health.
And the bread that you get from the grocery store is just full of shit.
It
It's
is.
just full
It
of
is.
straight up shit. And the sourdough, it's like, you know exactly. You're putting flour, yeast,
Mhm.
and like maybe a little bit of sugar. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically like you're not putting anything extra. There's
and
no
it's
preservatives.
really good. The yeast, which is gross to say, is really good for your gut health.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it. I'm going to sourdough
love
this
it.
bitch up.
I'm so excited.
And then, maybe start my garden at some point. I'm like leaning into my my naturalist. I feel like I'm going on my Jackie O journey. If you don't know who Jackie O is, I'm referring to the toasty
You are.
toaster.
You are.
And I'm also, today's my first day. I'm starting 21 days of no drinking.
Oh, you're starting today?
Mhm.
21 days?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I love it.
Check back in with me later.
Yeah, which means basically I'll be doing it with you because I'm such a social drinker. Like, I'm not going to drink at the house like by myself,
Yeah.
but like if we come over
that'd be
here
so
and
weird.
you
Like, who would do that?
yeah, who?
Literally me.
And then like you open up a bottle of wine if we're over here and like, yeah, I'll have a glass or whatever sometimes.
Usually you say no.
Yeah, I have to be in the mood, I guess. But all that to say, I don't feel like 21 days is a stretch for me. Like I could do it.
No. 21
Especially
days, it's not
if
even a
you're
month.
doing it.
It's not even a month. It's
What
easy.
made you think of 21 days?
My parents are doing it too. They're starting tomorrow.
Okay.
So
What does it all entail? Just no alcohol or is it other
they've
things?
done it before. It's like some challenge thing. They've done it before where it's no sugar too, but I think that's a lot on your body to like cut every like two big things.
It's a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
You have to think of it like
No
that.
sugar
and that's a lot.
is
I've done it before on Whole30 and it was really hard.
well, there's suger in everything.
yes,
Like,
you're checking labels.
You can't eat ketchup. Like, that's not something I'm willing to do at all. Like, I don't want to ruin my life. And I had a conversation with my therapist about like drinking less. And she, have I told you this?
a little
think I
bit, but you can tell me.
She was like, you need to stop, because I told her anytime I limit myself on food, anything, like tell myself I'm not going to eat too much bread or I'm going to do this. Like I rebel against that and I like double
You
down.
rebel against your own
Against
rule.
myself.
Yeah.
And I told her, I'm like, it's so stupid. Who am I? I'm only hurting myself because I just am like, I know I have to follow these rules. I don't know why I get that in my head. So she was like, you need to stop thinking of it as taking something away. Like, because at the end of the day, behaviors we do them for a reason. So like, what does drinking a glass of wine give you? And I'm like, I think it's relaxation. She's like, okay, well then you need to find something else that relaxes you.
You need a
and add
replacement
it.
behavior.
Right. But like add it in and don't think of something taking away and see if you can achieve that relaxation and peace.
You're trying to replace it with something else, which is what
Exactly.
we teach in school
Yeah.
is, okay, they're banging their head against the wall. Well, we need a replacement behavior because if we take that away, they're still seeking something.
Exactly.
So like what can you put in that's going to give you that relaxation
She won't even
effect?
say, though, she doesn't use the terminology replace because she doesn't want it to sound like in lieu of. It's more just add this thing in addition to see how much better it makes you feel and if you even want the other thing.
Okay.
So like not taking away, because our brains, she's like, rebellion's healthy and that's part of how our brains work. So you have to try to like really harp on the benefits of what you're doing and how you're feeling and like check how you're feeling. And if you like can log that you're feeling better on these days whenever you're not drinking versus maybe feeling groggy or have brain fog or
I
whatever.
definitely think that'll work for you, like that strategy.
Yeah,
because it's definitely like you're fighting against yourself, so you have to
Literally.
figure out how to.
Yeah, and I'm such
help
like a
that.
habitual person. Like if it's my routine, I will do it always. Like, that's just how I like operate. So once I get in the routine of something, I have a really hard time breaking it. So this is I think, just like a good reset, like just kind of breaking like a pattern. And they say 21 days is supposed to like be how long it takes to break a habit.
I think it's good. And I think it's good you're choosing one thing, because I feel like you have a very like personality that you're willing to go like full force, but then you can't sustain it because you're going full force. So like start with one thing and then add it in, you know?
So instead I am going full force. Well, no drinking and making sourdough.
Well, yes. That's how the cookie crumbles.
That's just how I am.
Sourdough, maybe that will become relaxing for you.
I need a distraction,
that's something you could do.
Yeah. Yeah, because apparently a sourdough starter is like having a baby.
You have to carry it with you everywhere.
No, not that far. But you do have to, like, my sister-in-law started doing it too, and she's like, you have to set timers of when to feed it. And I'm like, oh. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll suck at it, but I did buy some sourdough bread to see if I even like it. From the store. I think I like it.
Yes, you do. You've had sourdough before.
Okay, you don't have to yell at me. I was just saying. I'm just a girl.
You like it.
You love sourdough, bitch.
It's just so funny. You're like, you didn't know if you like sourdough?
No, like not that. I mean, it's bread. Like the thing about me is
I'm always eating
like
bread.
Sourdough
but like bread from like
specifically.
HEB Bakery is.
So that's what I got today because I just want to try it first. Well, I also wanted to see what it's supposed to be like.
That's a good.
Yeah, like I want to see like, oh, this is what the experts are doing.
It's a science experiment.
That's me. I'm something of a scientist.
But yours
myself.
is going to be so much better because it's going to be like light and fluffy and like
have you seen like people do inclusions where they like add cheese or like add fruit and stuff? And I'm like, that is where I will start really loving my life.
Yes.
And I would love to be the bitch that is giving about sourdough.
Yeah.
I really like, I think if I can be disciplined in certain things and like have a garden and stuff at some point, like I would love to. My mom used to like make pickles and stuff. Like, I love that shit. It was so fun. And then she'd like give people pickles all the time. And it was just like,
I grew up doing all of that stuff.
And, like,
because my grandma and my aunt, my mom are also like very handy in that way. They know how to do those
canning
things.
tomato sauce, like your own. Like it's so much better. It has so much less shit in it. And
it's just more work. Like you have to be willing to do the work.
Yes.
And that's what I think it's hard for everybody. It's hard for me. And I like those things.
Well, it's so much harder than going to the grocery store and picking I don't even go into the grocery store. I place an order online and I pick shit up.
Same.
Like, so it is more work in the front part, but like I also want to be more intentional in my life about what I'm doing because what else am I freaking doing? Scrolling on my phone?
Yeah. That's why I've been trying to like pick up my book more, but it's hard. It's hard.
Well, and even then I'm like, I don't really want to read right now. But it's like I'm still sitting in like looking at a screen. What am I teaching? Fielding. Like I want to teach him those things as much as
he's going to model what he sees.
Of course.
Like any kid, not just him, just in general. Like
he'll act it out though.
I've thought about that though, because it's like, you know, I'll be like scrolling on the couch, but then I'm like, oh, Addie, no screen time. Like you can't have your tablet. Yeah. I'm like, well, then I need to put my freaking phone down is what I need to do. But it's a lot of discipline.
Damn. I know. But that's a thing. Like the other night, I didn't drink on Friday night just because I didn't feel like it. And we were like playing with fielding more. Like Connor and I actually got up and like we were like keeping a balloon up in the air and fielding was like about to pass out because he was laughing so hard. And I'm like, these are the things that like if I was having a glass of wine, I'd probably be like, I'm lazy. Like I'm just gonna sit on the couch. But it was like we had that moment where we were both just being mindful of like playing with him. Yep. Like using our words, using our actions, and like he was having a good time. And like
that's
I want
go
that
so
to be
much
his
further
life.
than anything.
I know. It's just hard to be mindful and aware, but that's the journey I'm on. I feel like that's something I'm like talking about in therapy too. So
I like that. I like that you're doing that. It's going to be so much better for him.
I'm trying, and I'm going to try to make muffins again.
Okay. I want Alyssa to come and taste test them. Because this bitch tried to make muffins, and all of us are like, oh, you made like the little mini muffins. Yeah, they're like so cute. Because
Feeling loves the little, are they called little bites?
Yeah, he addicted to them. Yes. I think they put crack cocaine in them.
Literally, he put 4 in our shopping cart yesterday, and Connor and I just sneak them out and put them back. He loves them. And they are like little pods of sugar, but they have so much shit in them, so much like preservatives, like
so bad.
It kind of like freaks me out. If I let myself think about it, it freaks me out. And the thing is, I need to be thinking about it because he's my kid, and who else is going to do it? So I'm going to try to make muffins again. Last time I did it, I used
we all tried them, and she's like, "Oh, what did y'all think?" We're like, "That's Alyssa goes, that's a little dry."
Because I used protein mix, like protein pancake mix. I like followed a Pinterest thing, but it was like very healthy, and they were so dense, so bad.
They were
Fielding would literally
so
spit them out. He was like, no, bitch.
Well, no, that's what prompted us to try them because you're like, yeah, like Fielding doesn't like them.
I was like sitting in
did
daycare with him and I'm like, they're muffins.
He's not eating them. And then we all try them. We're like, well, no shit, he's not eating them.
I hate muffins. So I was like, I'm not going to eat them. I don't like muffins in general. And then everyone was like, yeah, Emily, the reason he's not eating them is because they taste like shit. So maybe pick something else.
It was so bad.
I know, it's terrible. So anyways,
you're on your muffin journey.
I'm on that muffin journey. I'm just going to stick to the basics this time. Just some flour, sugar, milk, eggs, that kind of stuff. Vanilla extract.
Because guess what? Putting that stuff in it is still better than all of the other shit that they add
because there's no preservatives. And I have the mini muffin tin. Like, bitch, get in there and just do it,
I have
girl.
the little, like, donut, the mini donut things.
Cute.
I need to do that again. It's so easy to milk
Well, Addie would feel like she won the lottery if you made her donuts.
Yes, except she's like, Mom, I need the icing on top. And
well,
I was like,
make the icing.
Okay, well, I don't have powdered sugar. Like, I don't have it on hand. I don't buy those things. Like, I barely have flour and sugar because I don't. Well, I mean, I have some, but like I use them once a year. I don't use sugar
I use
ever.
Flour so much. I make soup all the time.
Well, flour. I
use
guess
sugar in my coffee
like,
every day.
Yeah, I don't. No, like flour.
But
I'll use it for soup.
You think I'm an animal because I put sugar and milk in my coffee, and you use creamer. But I feel like creamer might be worse.
I've been using coconut milk, just plain coconut milk with my protein powder. Because the creamer does have a lot of crap in it, and if you were to really measure it out, like you're using so much more than what it says to. So I've just been doing coconut milk and my protein powder, and I love it. Like
speaking of coconut milk, I want to go on a journey to make yellow curry.
Ooh, okay. You need to, here's what you should do. You should write these things out. Like, write them out. Like, you have these goals. So you don't go full force. You don't go full throttle. But, like, 1 week, you try out, you start your sourdough. The next week, you make yellow curry.
Yeah.
Like, make little check boxes for yourself.
Yeah. No, yellow curry is just like, I just want to make it for dinner one night. Like, I don't think it's going to be like, sourdough is going to be a journey. Yellow curry is like I need to just get well, I've made like Indian stuff before, but Randy and I we went to a Thai restaurant the other day and I forget how much I love yellow curry. Yeah. And then Randy was talking to me about how good it was and I was like, damn it, now I want it. And I was like, Randy, do you want to order it? And she was like, no, I ate it for lunch. I can't eat it again. I was like, damn it. So anyways, I want to harness that because I'm really tired of paying $17 a time.
Yeah, for sure.
To get it.
And I'm sure it's so much cheaper.
It's so coconut milky.
Yes.
I made some sort of Indian thing one time and it was actually delicious.
I believe it. You can cook.
Oh my God, thank you. Speaking of actually what we're supposed to be talking about, parties. Did you have a bachelorette party?
No. Nope. I was young whenever we were getting married, so I did not.
I don't know if y'all had like a dinner. Played bunco.
We just went out to the lake, but it wasn't like a whole thing.
Like y'all didn't call it your bachelor and bachelorette parties?
Not really.
Did Matt have a bachelor party?
No. Both of us missed out. That's what happens when you get married young, folks. You miss out on the fun stuff.
Matt was 21.
He was 21, but we just didn't. I don't know. If we could redo it over, we would obviously have one. It is what it is. So
we didn't. Connor and I didn't have. Well, ours were very impromptu and last minute because we lived in Ohio, so we came.
You had one here though.
Yeah, but it was like 2 days before my wedding. Instead of usually like now the vibe is like a weekend away, like months before the wedding. This one was like 2 nights before my wedding, and we just went to downtown Houston, and I was pushed in a shopping cart. Around Midtown. Yeah, that's probably a homeless person's shopping cart.
Yeah, you stole from the homeless.
I smoked vaporized vodka.
A time was had.
And I got a lazy eye.
A time was had for you, so.
I was not well the next day.
Yeah.
But then I went and got my nails done, and I was okay. And I ate Whataburger. And I was 22, so, like, I could ride like that. If I had my bachelorette party again, like, same quantities of alcohol, I would be down for a week.
Yeah. It just doesn't work like that. Someone would have to put me in
a medically induced coma.
It does not work like that anymore. No. Speaking of comas, though, I wanted to tell everybody because I'm like nerding out about this. So I've been seeing a holistic doctor to help me with some things. And one of the things, and I feel like I can recommend this because it's like literally just a vitamin you buy over the counter, but people need to know how to take it. So I've started taking magnesium.
I love magnesium.
But instead of taking it in the morning, which I was doing, he has me take it right before bed on an empty stomach. And I've been taking 2 at night. I have 500 milligrams, so 2 of them 1,000 milligrams, whatever. And I am getting so much rest because our joke of the friend group is like, oh, Courtney's always tired. But I'm like, there's something to it. Like, I know there is. And obviously I'm a little worn out from like just hosting. Yeah. But I didn't feel like I needed to nap the past 2 days. Because what it's doing is putting me in that deep sleep, which I didn't realize I wasn't entering that deep sleep.
Mhm.
And then I'm waking up, and it takes me about like a couple minutes just to like fully wake up. But once I'm up,
You feel better.
I'm fine. I feel awake.
I've
I
always
feel
taken
alive.
magnesium in the mornings. I need to switch it.
Yeah, everyone does just because you don't know. And
Yeah.
he goes, you'll still get effects from it, but you'll get the full effects if it's at night, right before
Interesting.
bed. So
I'm gonna
now
have to
I
try
have to
that.
like spread the gospel of magnesium
Yes.
because it is life changing.
I'll
I'm
take it.
getting
I love magnesium.
so much sleep. And I've never had problems
Bless.
like falling asleep. That's not my issue.
It's just the quality while you
My
are
quality,
asleep.
yeah. And
Well-
now it's like a light is out.
Magnesium, everybody. Take it. I've been dreaming so much harder. So much harder. Is that how you would say that?
Yeah.
So much more aggressively
Uh-huh.
to where I wake up and I don't feel like I even slept because my dreams are so intense. So am I getting
You-
too into the deep sleep?
No, you need to take your magnesium because it's going to let your body relax.
Mm.
Try it.
Mm.
Try it.
I'ma
Try it.
I'm gonna try it. I have magnesium. I don't take it consistently, but I had to take it when I was pregnant for some reason.
It's probably for leg cramps and stuff because I used to have to spray magnesium on my
Yeah.
calves because I would get
It was
really bad
something about
Charlie horses.
that.
It's supposed to
I
help.
think I had to take it after I had COVID too for some reason.
Maybe
I don't
restore
know.
something. I don't know, but that's the secret to life right now is magnesium.
I'm down to clown with magnesium.
Well, we didn't end up talking hardly about our well, we
Sorry.
said for our party do's and don'ts, like
Yeah.
keep it easy with food.
Separate groups where you can.
Yes, like I think that's all there is. We had some recommendations. We had a couple of write-ins.
Oh, one thing I want to say that you have taught me, most people get a cleaning person before the party, and your pro tip is to have it after you host. And that is
Yes.
so...
Like before the party,
Wow.
obviously do a quick quick
do your
vacuum,
cleaning.
quick
like,
vacuum, and wipe down the counters. Like make sure
it's not disgusting.
toilet paper stocked and everything.
Sure.
But having a cleaner come after is the key to your
Success.
life being so much easier.
Yes.
Because like right now I have like 7 loads of laundry to do, and I have it all separated, but it's because it's like bedding from everybody.
Yeah.
And so it's just like going to be a continual cycle of getting it taken care of. But that's the price you pay whenever you have
Right.
family so far away because you've moved. So it's like I'm lucky that they came, and so I'm fine to do to do the
Right.
laundry. But I was going to say we had a couple of recommendations, and I like this one. They said have indoor and outdoor activities in case some kiddos get too hot. Because I think a lot of times we've tried to do Addie's birthday outside, and it's just too hot. And like even
September.
yesterday, we didn't do any outdoor activities because like I walked
So
outside
hot.
and it was nasty.
Yeah.
If it would have been last weekend, it would have been perfect.
Yeah,
but
then you could have pivoted easily and like set up little games outside, like cornhole or whatever. If
yes,
you needed to. But
yes.
yeah, that's a good
So
point.
we were like, squish, but I guess we had the upstairs people were
I
like
don't feel like it was
entertaining
squished at
in
all.
too because it was just a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I think it worked out. But I thought that was a really good idea of having indoor and outdoor activities. And I will say for Addie's party, I printed off this like Taylor Swift like coloring page that I found.
Oh my God.
And
They
then
loved
my aunt
that.
went and got like markers and like with different little containers. It was so cute, and like that kept like some of the kids busy.
Mostly
whole
the girls.
time.
The girls were
Yeah.
sitting there coloring so nicely, and
Yes.
Fielding was
Well,
wrestling.
the boys had the balloons, and we're playing with those. And then someone said, "Don't have like too many games." I guess
Yeah.
so. We didn't play any.
That's probably more like baby shower-ish.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if you do too many, to me, the
oh
limit,
my god, a baby shower.
the limit
honestly,
of games at a baby
one.
shower, I think it's
should be 2. The limit's 2.
And when I say
You're
games,
good with 1 game.
for
One game is
sure.
plenty,
or,
but 2
or 0.
Yeah,
Like
even better.
when I say games, I mean like in my baby shower, we did like
We did the measure,
measurement thing, which
and then the
wasn't
food.
even really a game. Like that was just quick.
Quick.
And then we did the
baby food.
Oh, so we did 3 at mine.
What was the third one?
We did the mosquito wants you. The putting the diaper on the balloons.
Oh, I thought that.
Was that your baby shower?
No, that was mine.
Oh, LOL.
Well, it could have been at both. It honestly could have been at both, but I do remember that for
remember.
being at mine,
I know.
and that one was fun.
And I did one at your baby shower with Addie where the guys had to chug beer out of a bottle.
Yes,
And see who could go the
that was
fastest.
funny.
And
So like
then-
have fun games,
Yes.
but don't. I totally agree. If you're gonna host something, keep it simple.
simple.
Like people just want to visit and hang out, and like I think people think like, oh, I have to have some sort of
Like
entertainment,
structure.
and it's like no, you don't.
People just
it's
wanna
good.
chill.
It's good.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I love that. Beautiful.
That's about all we have, folks.
I think we've done it.
We've done it.
And I'm
Done it again.
So starving, and we talked about food for so long, and I am going to pass away.
I
if I
am
don't
gonna
eat.
go like do a little bit of rest. Like I'm gonna go read my book on the couch. My goal is not to take a nap because I don't need a nap because I'm a magnesium girly now, but
So
like
true.
I have been hosting all weekend. We also had a soccer game yesterday and pictures.
And Addie scored 3 goals at the soccer
She
game.
did. It's so fun. I'm tempted to sign her up for I got some extra information on like extra practices. I'm tempted to sign her up for, but
If she likes
I gotta
it.
talk to Matt about
Yeah.
it. But it's just fun. Like when you see your
Mhm.
kid like something and they're good at
Yes.
it, you want to like facilitate that.
Sure.
But like I'm like, I know she's about to be 5. Like I know that. And so it's like, do I want to spend the money on like these extra practices? I don't want to be so extra, but like it's also fun like cultivating that
I
in
think
her
that
too.
she's old enough, like you can ask her too.
Yeah.
And like
do you
if
want to do an
she's-
extra practice that,
and like
once
maybe
a week?
it's like you don't do like gymnastics or swim or whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to do these extra practices, like
Mhm.
see what she likes more. But I think you're
Yeah.
on the right path. I mean, I think it's just asking her input because she can
That's
tell
true.
you now.
Like
is,
whenever
such
I
a
wanted
big
her
deal.
to join swim team and she's like, I don't want to swim.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask her again in the spring, but if she tells me no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to force her to
No.
do it, because she can give her opinions. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Sick. Dope. Lit. Turn up.
We did it. We did it, y'all. We did it, folks. Okay. Join us next week, next Wednesday. So you can see us continue on Emily's sober journey. And
Yeah, let's see if I don't drink alcohol by next week and if I have a sourdough loaf
I love it. I'm so here for it. I'm supporting you every step of the way.
My starter is coming in tomorrow, so then I'll start feeding it. And I don't know how long it takes till I get actual loaves. I'm gonna.
It takes a while. Once you start feeding it, I don't know the timeline. I'll have to ask my grandma because she was doing sourdough starter, but it does take a little bit. But it's
I'm gonna
good.
let it rip.
Practices that patience of like cultivating something and watching it grow.
Yes.
It's the beauty.
Like my spirit and my sobriety.
Yes.
We love to see it.
Okay.
Well, that's all. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, y'all.
Dink. Love ya.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.